Alright, let's talk about my brand new GPR-H1000 Rangeman G-Shock. Well, I only spot about 2 months down now. Luckily, I filmed all these B-rolls before I beat the hell out of this thing, so you're not going to be seeing any of those use marks which are already here. But regardless, one of the exciting things about owning a Casio G-Shock watch, like all these ones over here, is the fact that over time, as you're wearing the watch, you'll start to notice all of the little things, little surprises that probably I didn't notice before. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention when I first got it, but over time, you'll start to notice it, and I'd like to share them, some of them at least, with you guys. The first one being that display panel. Well, you guys already know it comes with MIP display, just like this GBD200 G-Shock or any G-Squad G-Shock watch before. Well, the premium one, of course. But what's so special about this watch in comparison to previously released model with the same MIP display is the fact that if you ever been in a situation when if you want to swap between modes, but it is nighttime or the room is too dark where you cannot see what you are operating, and you're going to turn on the backlighting and then you can see it and then scroll through again. With this GPR-H1000 Rangeman, you don't have to go through all this process anymore. Any button that you press, any mode, anything that you operate will turn on the backlighting feature for the watch. And check this out, you could also set up the afterglow for that backlighting as well. Yes, it will drain the battery, but that makes it very convenient, and I found that little things to be very unique to this Rangeman, and if I'm not mistaken also for the previously released GPR-H1000 series G-Shock G-Squad watch. I do found that feature to be very special, very unique, very convenient that no Master of G that they released before, even at a higher price point than this Rangeman, just cannot do. So that is really cool. Next up, of course, I'm going to talk about the metal pieces on the side of the watch because it is new. They're not just some recycled parts taken out of other Master of G before, and they put some efforts into designing the target button, target design button, or crosshair, whatever you name those, and it looks really nice. Second of all, this is something that you need to feel by yourself, is the fact that each press of all these buttons, it is a little bit stiffer in comparison when you are operating other Master of G that they released before. So I have a feeling that if that didn't just improve or beef up the buttons in comparison to the GPD-2000, they also improve the hardware inside the watch as well. So that makes it much more neat, fitting really well as a Master of G category G-Shock watch. Next up, of course, since we are already here, I'm going to talk about the side metal pieces here, which really makes the proportion, making the watch looks even better. Imagine if they did not put this thing right here. It's gonna look long, a bit disproportionate, and this one helps with that. Especially in my case, in this color, black and yellow. Of course, these parts come with black IP. It is stainless steel metal, by the way, with this enter sign at the bottom instead of the top, which is unique. Other thing I need to point out though is the fact that these pieces here, despite being so small, barely noticeable at the front angle here, is that you could see it has gloss finish on the slanted part, hairline finish on the vertical parts, and some matte finishing on the back side of it, which is nice. Tiny little things that they add in here that probably not a lot of people going to notice, but I appreciate the efforts. 3 different finishing just on this little piece. So cool. Aside from that, this is also very neat. I just noticed this is the fact that the barometer and altimeter sensor was actually placed on this position, and unlike I'm gonna use this mod master for an example where the sensor will place over here and it is covered with this grill like that, right, which looks cool as well, but notice that it's buried all the way deep in there, whereas in this G-Shock watch, however, this part actually floats a little bit to the point that it is see-through it. You could see through it from the front all the way to the back, something that is unique to this watch. Only it kind of reminds me of this guy over here. This is the G7800 G-Shock watch with 3D design on the strap where you could see through it all the way down here, but in this case on the watch bezel. This is the first of its kind. I like to see more of this, I don't know, floating design in the future. Next up, of course, I gotta talk about the function because this watch is really a lot. Not sure if you guys noticed by now, as I'm scrolling through the function, you can see all that little things down here. There is a lot, and one other thing that is kind of cool, since it has a lot of function, you could literally scroll through backwards. Now, something that we cannot do on all of these other G-Shock we got before, no matter how much the price costs. Cheaper or more expensive, they just cannot do that, and this watch could. And that adds to the convenient part of the watch. Since it has a lot of function, you might want to scroll through sometime. And it also features, if I'm not mistaken, an algorithm taken from other watch brand called Polar, which gonna help with this nightly recharge function, not activity lock, of course. The rest is pretty much the same though, like any G-Shock, and you guys could already see, right? It is quite slow. It is not smartwatch level. You cannot compare this to, I don't know, Garmin or Apple Watch, because this watch gonna be totally not the same thing. Probably the worst kind if you're gonna compare it to the Apple Watch. But if you compare this to other G-Shock watch that Casio made since 1983 up to this date in 2024, this is the best kind of G-Shock you could get at only, believe it or not, at 66,000 Japanese yen only. Here's the price tag. But remember, you don't have to pay the retail price. You could always find ones below retail like I did. Mine up here only cost me around 44,000 Japanese yen only, much cheaper than retail. And thanks to Buy Japan for making this possible. Check the link down in the description box. Sign up totally for free. Check the price yourself if you're interested, and if you don't, get other things. And I would recommend to get this one instead if you haven't tried them out yet. This is probably one of the best deal G-Shock out there. Around 100 bucks, maybe less, depending on the colorway that you choose. In this case though, Casio only released two, black and yellow, black and silver. But remember guys, it doesn't matter which color you choose. You could always swap the band and bezel later in the future. And one of the reasons why, I think I mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again. The reason why I picked up this black and yellow colorway because the display panel didn't have any color at all. No color accents. It's just plain monochrome. Meaning, if I want to change the bezel to all black, I could do that easily and it would look insanely good. I could already imagine it. Or if I want to change it up to blue or any other color that I want, I could do that and the watch would just match. So that's the reason why I picked out the black and yellow color. But yeah, after just about 2 months time, because it comes in this matte yellow colorway, it already picked up the I don't know, the blue jeans color on the strap a little bit on the watch bezel as well. So that's a shame there. I'm probably gonna need to clean it up. Maybe I'll do that in the disassembly video, right? Alright, last but not least, I'm gonna talk about the design, because this is something that not really obvious, but I really want to point this out because I found it to be interesting. I just noticed this as well. A quick example again will be this GWG Mod Master. Of course, it is boxy. It has a lot of straight lines, but it also have curved lines on the bezel. You could see it on this GM110 as well. Of course, you could see the straight line. There's also curved lines. Same goes with this one as well. But in this Rangeman, it is mostly straight lines, and I found it to be really nice. You could also see some rectangular texturing, you know, to represent the straight line as well on the solar panel. Also, of course, on the strap. Oh, while we're here, here's another thing though. The strap is not the best. Well, it is comfortable because, again, I think it really based on this G Squad model, which mainly focused to be comfort-wise. Also because it didn't have any carbon fiber being inserted in the strap, and that's the reason why it is comfortable. Such a shame a little bit though, because it is a Rangeman, the third generation Rangeman. Every Rangeman before, say the GPR-H1000 released in 2018, has carbon fiber inserted in the strap. Of course, I have to mention the 2013 GW9400 Rangeman, one of the most popular one, also featured carbon fiber inserted strap. This one, they somehow discarded that. And regardless though, up to these days, this is again the third generation Rangeman, and looking at the trend though, 2013, 2018, 2024, so if you did not like this watch, you're probably gonna end up waiting like another 5 years until Casio release the 4th generation Rangeman. So as of right now, let's just enjoy what we have, and I'm liking this watch a lot. And that's the reason why I'm gonna disassemble the watch, modded it so I don't have to, you know, use or beat up this original strap. And also right now, thank you very much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. This is G-Shock High Fashion Channel. Hold on, let me put this on first. Here we go. And look at the feet though. Perfect for the skinny wrist.